Ever considered how pornography might be influencing your personal life? That's a question many of us might shy away from or dismiss outright. But let's pause for a moment and really think about it. In our society, pornography is often seen as a harmless indulgence, a personal choice, and for some, even a source of entertainment. But is it really as harmless as it appears? The simple answer is no. Just like any substance or activity that triggers the pleasure centers of our brains, pornography can become addictive. It's a silent addiction that often goes unnoticed and unaddressed. It's hidden behind the screens of our devices, silently shaping our perceptions, our relationships, and our lives. Now you might be wondering, addiction? Isn't that a strong word to use? And yes, it is. But when we peel back the layers, we find that pornography use can indeed escalate into an addiction. It's a cycle that starts with curiosity, leads to regular consumption, and eventually, dependence. Over time, the need for more extreme content to achieve the same level of satisfaction grows. We often overlook the psychological impact of this cycle. It subtly distorts our perception of reality, of ourselves, and of others. It can lead to unrealistic expectations, dissatisfaction, and even dysfunction in our personal and intimate relationships. In essence, pornography can create a mental trap, a world where artificial stimulation replaces genuine human connection. It's like a mirage in the desert of our digital age, enticing, but ultimately unfulfilling. And yet, despite these potential dangers, the subject remains taboo, shrouded in silence and denial. We're often reluctant to discuss it openly, let alone acknowledge its potential impact on our lives. But it's high time we break the silence and shed light on this often overlooked issue. So, let's start the conversation. Let's challenge the misconceptions and the silence surrounding this topic. Let's delve into the depths of this often overlooked issue. The journey might be uncomfortable, but it's a necessary one if we want to understand the unseen impact of pornography on our lives. Scene script. Is pornography addiction real? The science says yes. In the realm of psychology, the concept of pornography addiction has been a topic of hot debate. However, an increasing volume of scientific evidence supports the existence of this addiction. We can no longer ignore the mounting research that points to the detrimental effects of pornography on both mental and physical health. Studies from the University of Cambridge, for instance, have shown that the same brain activity seen in drug addicts is also present in those who excessively consume pornography. This study suggests that pornography, much like substances, has the potential to hijack the reward system in the brain, leading to compulsive behavior and ultimately, addiction. Moreover, therapists and psychologists have reported observing symptoms of withdrawal in their patients attempting to quit pornography. These symptoms, which include anxiety, restlessness, and irritability, are eerily similar to those experienced by individuals giving up drugs or alcohol. The insidious nature of pornography addiction often allows it to creep up unnoticed. It often starts as a harmless indulgence, a curiosity perhaps, but then slowly morphs into a daily necessity. This escalation occurs so subtly that the person might not even realize they have an addiction until it's already causing significant damage. The damage could be anything from strained relationships, impaired social skills, to even physical health issues such as erectile dysfunction. What's more, a study published in the Journal of Sexual Medicine found that excessive consumption of pornography can alter the brain's structure. This structural change can result in a reduced ability to experience pleasure, leading to increased consumption to achieve the same level of satisfaction, thus forming a vicious cycle. But the real kicker is this. The World Health Organization now recognizes compulsive sexual behavior, including excessive pornography use, as a mental health disorder. This recognition by a global authority further validates the existence of pornography addiction. As we can see, pornography addiction is not a myth, but a harsh reality for many. How does pornography addiction affect your life? You'd be surprised. You might think, it's just a harmless pastime, a way to unwind. But let's take a closer look. Imagine, if you will, a loving couple. They share everything, from morning coffee to dreams of the future. But there's a secret that one of them is harboring: an addiction to pornography. Over time, intimacy between them dwindles. Trust breaks down. The person addicted to pornography begins to see their partner less as a human being and more as an object. The relationship, once vibrant and full of love, is now strained and on the brink of collapse. That's the power of this silent addiction. And it doesn't stop there. At work, productivity takes a hit. Deadlines are missed. Promotions become a distant dream. The individual is always distracted, their mind stuck in the virtual world, far removed from reality. The addiction becomes a priority. overpowering the drive to succeed professionally. Then there's the emotional toll. Anxiety creeps in, quietly but persistently. Social gatherings become a chore. Conversations feel like a minefield. The individual retreats into their shell, preferring the company of pixels over people. Depression is not far behind. The joy of life is replaced with a constant yearning for the next fix of pornography, creating a vicious cycle that's hard to break. Imagine the person in this scenario. They started with a seemingly harmless hobby, but it gradually took over their life. Their relationships, career, and mental health all suffered. This is not a hypothetical situation. It's the reality of countless individuals across the globe. We also need to remember that pornography addiction is not a personal failing, but a societal issue. It preys on our vulnerabilities and exploits our natural instincts. The impact of pornography addiction extends far beyond what we see on the surface. It infiltrates every corner of our lives, leaving destruction in its wake. But, as we'll discuss in the next scene, it's not a life sentence. There's always a way out. Scene script. Is there a way out of this destructive cycle? Absolutely. In the midst of despair, remember, the path to recovery is always within reach. Overcoming pornography addiction is no small feat, but it is achievable with determination and the right support. The journey begins with acknowledging the issue. It's the first step, and often the hardest one, but it's essential in breaking free from the chains of addiction. Therapy plays a pivotal role in this journey. A skilled therapist can provide tools and techniques to help you understand and manage triggers, develop healthier coping mechanisms, and build self-esteem. Cognitive behavioral therapy in particular has shown promising results in treating pornography addiction. It focuses on retraining your thought patterns and behaviors. Self-help strategies are another critical component. These can include setting clear boundaries for internet usage, engaging in physical activities, practicing mindfulness, and finding new hobbies. These activities help to divert your attention and energy into productive channels. Remember, it's okay to seek help and lean on others. Support groups can offer a safe space to share experiences, learn from others, and gain strength from collective resilience. They remind us that we are not alone in our struggles. Professional help can be a game changer. Psychiatrists and psychologists can help identify any underlying mental health issues that may be fueling the addiction. They can also prescribe medications if necessary to help manage withdrawal symptoms and reduce cravings. The benefits of seeking treatment are profound. Overcoming addiction can lead to improved relationships, better mental and physical health, increased productivity, and a renewed sense of self-worth. It's about regaining control of your life. However, it's important to remember that recovery is not a linear process. There will be setbacks, but they do not define your journey or your worth. Each day is a new opportunity to make positive changes. Recovery is not only possible, but it's also the first step towards a healthier, happier life. What can you do if you or someone you know is struggling with pornography addiction? Pornography addiction can feel like a lonely battle, but it doesn't have to be. The first step is acknowledging the struggle, and the second is reaching out for help. This isn't a journey you should embark on alone. Just like any other addiction, it thrives in isolation, but weakens in the presence of support and understanding. There are numerous resources available to aid you in this battle. Resources that can provide guidance, advice, and most importantly, a listening ear. Hotlines are a great place to start. They are staffed by empathetic professionals who understand your struggle and can provide immediate help. Remember, reaching out doesn't signify weakness. It's a courageous act of self-love. In addition to hotlines, there are countless websites dedicated to helping individuals overcome pornography addiction. These websites offer a wealth of information, from personal testimonies to scientifically backed advice on breaking free from the grip of addiction. They can provide you with strategies to cope, ways to rebuild your relationships, and methods to regain control of your life. And let's not forget therapy. It's a powerful tool in overcoming addiction. A professional therapist can help you understand the root causes of your addiction, equip you with coping mechanisms, and guide you through the process of recovery. Therapy can be one-on-one or in a group setting, and both have their unique benefits. Lastly, remember that recovery is a journey, and it's okay to stumble. What's important is getting back up and continuing to move forward. Don't let setbacks discourage you. They are not a reflection of your strength or worth. They are merely part of the journey. So let's take a stand today. Let's choose to reach out, to seek help, to break free from the chains of addiction. Let's choose to reclaim our lives and our happiness. Remember, there is always help available. and it's never too late to start your journey towards recovery.